So earlier today, some news came out about Bayonetta. I'm not. I will get off the bat right now. I'm not a Bayonetta fan. I have not played in the Bayonettas yet. I would like to though. I do have the first Bayonetta here. That I got from GameStop on PS3. I would actually like to stream this as well at some time in the future, to try it out. And if I like this, then I'll get 2, and then so at some point get 3. But yeah, so anyways, so basically, Bayonetta 3 is coming out in a couple weeks, and recently heard news that the voice actress who does Samus in Metroid Fusion, or not Metroid Fusion, sorry, Metroid Dread, sorry. Even though she has maybe like 2 lines in that game, she's playing Bayonetta in this game, not the original voice actor. The original voice actress, rather, her name is Helena Taylor, and she basically kind of went on Twitter today and started having some complaints about the game. Most notably the fact that not about the game itself, but rather just basically that she's not playing the character, and the reason and why she's not playing the character. I'll go ahead and read this article here. This is coming from IGN. So I will go ahead and read this and I'll give my thoughts on this, because I had some thoughts on it this morning when I was reading this, after I read all the news and got my different sources and everything. So yeah, let me go and switch this, and then after once we get past this, we'll get into playing some games. I normally don't do stuff like this. I normally try and stay away from all drama and all this. I try to just be a fun, come here and just don't think about life right now, just to play a game. But I really want to talk about this because it's kind of close to, it's kind of like in the realm, I guess, if best way to say is in the realm of a hobby of mine. When it comes to it, basically to go about voice acting. I'm not a voice actor, but I have done voice acting for my game. I was a director of basically a voice actor for that game because I was the only one working on anyways. And also I just like I watch a lot of shows and I watch a lot of movies, a lot of animated content basically, which requires voice acting. And so I've always taken, it's like a hobby of mine to kind of point out actors and to look into the background. I think I mentioned this a little bit when I was doing the Kingdom Hearts lore explainer, about how I'm so much into voice acting. So it just basically, I saw this, I was just like, you know what, I kind of want to talk about this on my stream. I know it's not something I usually do, and this is one of those one-time or one-off things. Like I said, but anyways, yeah, I'll go ahead and read this, and then we'll discuss. Let me switch the scenes over. Okay, so the Bayonetta franchise made an approximately 4 million. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm reading the. Sorry. So Bayonetta voice actor Helena Taylor has shared. I won't read the whole entire article, but I'll read just some of it here and point some things out. Has shared that she reprised her role from Bayonetta 3 as she was offered only $4,000 to do so. Furthermore, she has also asked her fans to boycott the game and donate to charity instead. And she has some Twitter videos explaining everything. I'll go ahead and play those because I did pull up her Twitter. I'm gonna pause the music real quick.
Hello, my name's Helena Taylor, and I am the voice of Bayonetta, and I would like to explain to you why I didn't voice Bayonetta 3.
Hopefully you can hear that.
The franchise made an approximated $450 million. That's not including merchandise. As an actor, I trained for a total of 7.5 years.
If it's not loud enough, let me know.
At the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, LAMDA, with voice coach Barbara Barkery, and 4.5 years with the legendary Larry Moss in Los Angeles. And what did they think this was worth? did they offer to pay me? The final offer to do the whole game as a buyout, a flat rate, was $4,000 US. This is an insult to me, the amount of time that I took to work on my talent and everything that I have given to this game and to the fans. I am asking the fans to boycott this game and instead spend the money that you would have spent on this game donating it to charity. I didn't want the world. I didn't ask for too much. I was just asking for a decent, dignified living wage. What they did was legal, but it was immoral.
Okay, there's like the couple reports here.
And follow me on Twitter. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter know that I'm more of a lover than a fighter, and sometimes think I'm not very much like Bayonetta at all, but I guess I am a little bit more like Bayonetta than I thought. I understand that boycotting this game is a personal choice, and there are those that won't, and that's fine. But if you're someone who cares about people, who cares about the world around you, who cares about who gets hurt with these financial decisions, then I urge you to boycott this game. I decided to do it to stand up in solidarity with people all over the world who do not get paid properly for their talents. Fat cats cream off the top and leave us the rotten crumbs. You know, in England right now, there are nurses going to food banks to feed their children. This is not right. This is not acceptable. It impacts mental health. Because of it, I suffered from depression and anxiety. I worried that I was going to be on the streets. That terrified me so much that once I was suicidal. I am not afraid of the non-disclosure agreement. I can't even afford to run a car. What are they going to do? Take my clothes? Good luck to them. Bayonetta always stands up for those with less power and stands up for what is right. And in doing this, you stand with her. Thank you. Camilla. So, to Camilla, the presidents of Nintendo, and all other fat cats around the world, I would like to quote to you from the greatest moral teacher who ever lived, Jesus Christ, from his parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Lazarus was a poor beggar with sores all over his body, and he lived outside the house of a rich man who banqueted and feasted every day and wore purple. Lazarus even hoped for even a scrap off the rich man's table.
I know, right?
Which he
I know.
never gave Lazarus. Only the dogs pitied him and licked his sores. Lazarus died, and the angels took him straight up to heaven, to the bosom of Abraham. Meanwhile, the rich man went to hell and suffered torment, and in his torment he cried out to Abraham, "Abraham, please save me, take me up to heaven." To which Abraham said, "You had your joy in life. Now this is set for eternity." So he said, "Please tell my brothers who are living like I was, send them a messenger so they can repent." To which Abraham said, "We've sent you Moses and the prophets." "Ah, but if you send Lazarus, if a man comes back from the dead, they will listen to him." To which Abraham replied, "If you did not listen to Moses and the prophets, it's unlikely that you'll listen to a man who is risen from the dead." I would like to thank you, the fans, who have followed me on Twitter, commented kindly and liked my work. Bless you. I wish you all the joy and luck in the world.
Well, this is 2 minutes. Yeah.
For those of you who are interested, I'd like to go into a little more detail about the back and forth. The first thing was I was required to audition again, because sometimes voices change with time. So I auditioned for the role and obviously passed with flying colours. They then sent me an insulting offer. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to write to Hideki Kamiya. I'm going to write to him and ask him for what I'm worth. So I got a friend who has been in business in Japan to write in Japanese to him. I know he read it because I got a reply. I got a reply saying that he values greatly my contribution to the game and that the fans really want me to voice it over, and the memory of first meeting me as Bayonetta is a memory I hold dear. So I thought, great, thank God. That was when they offered me $4,000 US. Do you know, Platinum had the cheek to say that I was busy, that they couldn't make it work with Miss Taylor's schedule. Well, I had nothing but time. They now have a new girl voicing her over. And I love actors. I wish her all the joy in the world. I wish her all the jobs, but she has no right to say she is the voice of Bayonetta. I created that voice. She has no right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta, any more than I have the right to sign as Eva Green, even though I was her parrot on the video game The Golden Compass. That portrayal is hers and hers alone. They'll probably try and do a spin-off with Jan. Don't buy that either.
Okay. I think that was okay. That was only 3 parts. There were the 4 parts. Okay. Oops.
For those.
Stop. Okay. So.
So.
What's going on? Stop. Stop. All right. Let me read the rest of this here. We go over basically everything we just watched. Consult me. The blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to hold on a second. So, okay. So sorry, a lot of this is just going over all the videos that we just watched. So we don't have to, we can skip all that. Kamiya, you know, the director of the game, has responded in another tweet to this, saying sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth. That's all I can tell now. By the way, beware of my rules. Apparently that's the whole last part. Is apparently he's kind of like a weird guy, and he's also the type of person to go ahead and just I guess block you for one reason or another. So this is how I kind of feel about this whole thing, and I would be for this. However, I'm not. I'm half for this. So do I feel that, let me put the music back on. Do I feel that that she deserves more than $4,000 for an entire game? Yes. $4,000 should be for voice acting. I mean, from my knowledge of things, and maybe I'm wrong. Anyone can let me know. But in my opinion, a $4,000 check for voice acting would be like a couple lines in a game or a movie or whatever have you. But so I agree with her in that, and it's hard. Like, I get where she's coming from. I understand why she's doing everything. She's upset. that happened, and then I'm pretty sure the last straw was them, instead of saying, hey, we can't, she's not voicing the character because of money, it's more, and then I'm saying, oh, it's because of schedule and everything. But like, what were they supposed to say there? Like, what do you really want them coming out and saying, we don't want to, she's not voicing the character because of money? I mean, are they gonna say that? No one's gonna fucking say that. No video game company's gonna say that. And yeah, no, I get it. Like, this is the third game. She should, if she's gonna do an entire game, this is the third game, she should be getting a ton of money, you know, somewhere in the tens of thousands or whatever the hell. You know, instead of 4,000. I know, I totally get that. That was kind of BS for them to do, but like, just the whole, like, her getting upset about this whole thing and going against non-disclosure agreement, that's just fucked up too. That's really fucked up. She's like, oh, I got nothing to lose. I mean, you kind of do. You go out there and you say that I'm not getting paid enough, and yeah, maybe it is an eye-opener for that sense, but at the same time, you going against non-disclosure agreement, good luck getting another fucking job after that. I'm serious. Good luck getting a fucking job, especially as a voice actor, where you are literally part of the you are literally part of the project. You're part of the thing that's making the game. When you make a game, especially with non-disclosure, and we've seen what happens when you go ahead and throw stuff out there about a game when it's not done. I don't know what it was specifically about, but when it comes to non-NDA, it's like you're not supposed to talk about shit. And Kamiya, the director, is doing a good job by not basically coming out and responding, but not really saying much, because again, NDA. But yeah, when you're signing a non-disclosure agreement, it's basically like it's you saying, I'm by law, legally, I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut. So yeah, like I had on my game, I had people when they were beta testing and alpha testing and stuff like that, I had them sign NDAs. And yeah, like, and anyone knows that it doesn't matter like what it is, like that's you, an NDA is you saying, I'm not gonna say shit for the amount of time that's allotted on here. So yeah, just it's all garbage. So she leaks on. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Let me look into that. Let me see what exactly. I think hold on. I think so. I think you're not supposed to really talk about why you weren't a part of it or whatever. But then, like, right, because she even said, I mean, because she said that, like, I'm not afraid of the NDA, meaning that what she's doing right now is against the NDA. So I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna get information on the NDA itself, unfortunately. We're not gonna get that information because that's also something that you don't just get out there. You don't throw an NDA out there. That's the whole thing, is like the NDAs, you don't talk about the NDA either, unfortunately. So we're not gonna get details on that, what exactly it said. But she like made it clear that what she's doing is against NDA. So and then the other thing that made me really mad was she then started talking about the voice actress who's replacing her. Right, exactly. What's the first rule of Fight Club? You don't have to talk about Fight Club. Exactly. So, but yeah, then she started attacking, like, she almost, like, no, not really attacked, but she started, like, bringing up this whole replacement of hers. I forgot who was replacing her. I forgot her name anyways. I know I think from what I heard, I'm not 100% this, but I think the person replacing her is the girl who's in Samus. Right, I think that's who it was supposed to be. Yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter, regardless, who it was, even if it's someone completely new. I think she's just said that so people wouldn't go after her. Well, I mean, just doing it in general is people gonna go after you for it. I mean, but yeah, like, I know I saw originally earlier today. I thought I was 100% sure that it was the voice actress for Samus, but as of right now, actually, hold on, I don't know if it's even. Let me see if I can figure out who. If maybe read another article real quick. Okay, so from what this is saying, it's actually Jennifer Hall. She's in Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, and Halo 5. What up, horror guy? What's going on? But yeah, so she's kind of almost like attacking Jennifer Hall, saying like, oh yeah, I mean, I love actors and everything, but like, she has no right. She has no right. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you have no right either. That's not your character. You're just a person who has played Bayonetta. There can be multiple. You don't hear like replacement actor, like people, or rather actors who get replaced by other actors complain. You don't hear that. I'm doing pretty good. Usually follows listen if someone fucks up, as we all want to go after them, but if head person says don't, we don't. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like, then like that's the thing, the thing that like made me just go against this whole thing is just like against her in general, like just no, like why would you complain? Like for instance, like the entire cast of Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake, all those voice actors who voiced those characters in the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie didn't come back to reprise a role. That was per Square Enix. They wanted a new cast, and not one of those actors or actresses complained about that. Not one. And it's the same thing with other projects too. Who like someone who voiced one character in a movie or whatever, and then later on they do a remake or something, or another game and they do a remake or something like that. Or like Charles Manet. Okay, so Charles Manet who voices is another example of a new thing coming out. Charles Manet, everyone wants Charles Manet to voice Mario and Luigi like he normally does in the games, but he's not. You don't hear him complaining about it. Or the guy who did Bowser originally in the older games, like, you know, when he actually has speaking lines and not just making, you know, monster noises. You don't hear that guy complaining. Yeah, did Angelina Jolie come out and say that no, she doesn't? This new actress isn't Lara Croft. I'm Lara Croft. Like, no, the fuck, she's not. No, the fuck, you're not. Get the fuck out of here. You played the character. You should be happy that you played the character. If like 20 years from now, when they finally replace it, because decided to remake Bayonetta 1, and someone else does the voice because you're 80 years old or whatever the fuck, and you clearly can't do the voice anymore. It's like, are you gonna say the same thing about that person? They're not allowed to say that they're Bayonetta because like I'm Bayonetta. Like, fuck you. Like, that's what I gotta say about that. Like for me, like I in my game I voice Saber. Like in the future, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna get another voice actor. Am I gonna get mad because I get someone else? But no. It's like I did my time. You should be happy that you got to be Bayonetta. You get to do what everyone else, like a bunch of people probably would want to do. Even people that actually like tried to what's the word I'm looking for? Try to audition for the character. Like all those people are like really wanting to do it, and then they didn't get it. You know, all those people are. It's just maybe paid more, but I went to. Yeah, exactly. That's the basis in a nutshell. At first, she makes some good valid points. She's a voice actress. She's not a beginning voice actress. This is her first gig. If this is like her first gig, I would say okay, $4,000. I mean, it's shit, but like it's whatever. You know, maybe even then I would still say maybe like 8,000 if you're trying to do an entire game. You know, 4,000 would be a couple lines in a game or a movie or whatever have you, and move on. So that sucks that they only offer her that much. So in a sense of like this is her third game, she should be paying more, like in the thousands, you know, 100,000, whatever. I never played Bayonetta, but yeah, I don't think you can lay claim to all future performances of a character that you didn't. Exactly. That's the thing. She didn't create that character. She may have created the voice, you know, but like that voice is always interpreted. Like that. I'm trying to think of a character that like kind of like changed a little bit. It's like it's that's how voice actors are, you know, and not just like voice actors, just acting in general. It's like you have someone else play a character, they're gonna do it differently because it's how they interpret the character. That's how they want the character to be. If it's bad or good, that's just up to the viewer. Obviously, it's not really up to you. It's not up to you. It's not. It's all bullshit. And then the whole religion thing got weird. I was like, I didn't know about the religion thing. All the articles are like ignoring the whole. They're all ignoring the placing Katie Holmes and Madman. Yes, yeah. Did Katie Holmes come out and complain? What, I keep thinking of her. What the fuck was her name again? Maggie Gyllenhaal. That's it. I can't remember her first name. Her last name was coming in, but not the first name. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Did Katie Holmes complain about Maggie replacing her? No. So I think the whole thing is I see where she's coming from. She's upset, and she's probably in a bad spot right now because she's saying, "Oh, I can't even afford to like drive my car." I get that. She's kind of like desperate to get, you know, this attention of voice actors not getting paid enough or whatever. But then again, you're also doing entertainment. You're not, and that was the other thing. She's trying to compare herself to nurses. Yeah, that sucks that like there are nurses that are poor right now, whatever. That sucks too. But like your work is nothing compared to fucking nurses. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like I know I get where she's coming from, but she did it badly. She went in a bad direction with it. You know what I mean? It's all this garbage. Should voice actors get paid more? Yes and no. You know, it really depends on the project. Like something like this should have been really like doing Bayonetta should have been more of a pay. You know, if this was like a low budget game, I could see it being, oh, we can only afford 4,000. You know, then yeah, obviously you can't afford me. Then I have to afford someone else. But at the same time, it's like you just went about this the completely wrong way. You should have just said, I'm not. What should have happened was, I'm not. This is the reason why. I wasn't getting paid enough or whatever. It sucks. I think that there should be more. Just left it at that. Just fucking leave it at that. Just leave it at the fact. Leave it at the first part. You know what I mean? Just ended it there. But then she kept going. She added religion into it. She attacked the other actress. Yeah, it's all dumb. Maybe voice actors need to unionize for more pay, better conditions if they haven't already. Yeah, they should. I heard that. I'm hearing that like voice acting in video games hasn't been all that great compared to like movies. Which is kind of bullshit because like when you play a game, like there's like a lot of dialogue that goes into games. Especially like lines that usually go unheard of as much as like the like in-game like sound effects, like people who like, you know, when you hear like a one-off line or whatever, like that goes unheard of compared to like the cinematics of it. But I mean, yeah, they should unionize like the voice actors guild, like not voice, the actors guild, you know, do something like that. Do a voice actors guild, you know what I mean? Like have create like a union. But yeah, it just, the whole thing was just kind of garbage towards the end. I just like I can't stand behind you. And then like actual, that's the other thing too, to ask everybody to boycott it too. That was another garbage thing. So like I only really agree with like 1/3 of this whole entire thing. The boycotting thing was garbage too, because it's like, okay, when you boycott this, you're not only boycotting just the one fact, you're boycotting the entire team. Yeah, you may think that, oh, we boycott the game and we're going against Nintendo and Platinum Games. No, you're going against the director who's worked real hard on this. You're going against the programmers who worked really hard on this, the artist who worked really hard on this. Yeah, her approach doesn't really do anything to help her position except maybe point out the VAC. Exactly. Yeah, you may be hurting Nintendo, you may be hurting Platinum Games, but you're also hurting the other people who are just there to make a game. Innocent people who are there to make it just as much as you fucking are. Just as fucking much as you fucking are. And you're coming just to do some lines. Like, you're coming just to talk for like a couple weeks or whatever. They're spending months, years on this game. So you want everyone to boycott it because they didn't pay you enough. I didn't get paid enough. Boycott this game. When you're a VA, I assume that you know that there is not really guaranteed position with any. Exactly. That is correct. So yeah, that's basically everything I have to say on that. This will be up on YouTube. I'm gonna try and get this up by tomorrow, so it's still like relevant. I'll try and just highlight it and get it over to YouTube. I'll also have I just got the streams that I did for the Lucy fan art. I just got those downloaded, so I'll be getting those into like a speed art video. That'll be up hopefully within the next couple days on YouTube as well. It's for those who are here watching me live, it's Ace Play and Draw over on YouTube, same name. So but yeah, anyways, I just want to talk about that because, you know, I want to talk because I'm as an artist, I feel for it, as someone who has an interest in voice acting, as a game developer. Like, I had my opinions on it coming from those aspects. I'm not as a voice actor. I'm not really a voice actor. I did voice acting, and I was doing directing for voice acting. But you know, that's not really much a position for me to say, so I just kind of left that out. This is coming from me again as a artist, as a game developer, so as a hobbyist, I guess, for voice acting. Anyways, let me go ahead and get the game started. I think low-key wanted I low-key wanted to do voice act, but never believed I would be good at it. That's kind of how I feel too. I feel like I probably could do it, but I probably wouldn't be that great. I don't know. But I did try it for Saber, and I think I did a fairly decent job. If you ever play my game, which, you know, if you haven't, no, I think everyone who's watching right now knows, but for those who don't know, my game is available on Steam right now. You can click that link and that'll get you over there. Also, if you watch this on YouTube, I'll have the link in the description. So.